Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to go with these teams here. They are not quite ready yet. I think they might be ready now. Oh yeah, there we go. But we got a great match ahead of us. Banny and Stradivarius versus Tidy and Caboose. I'm joined by Get a Whale. And this is the second round of the JUSTPLAY.TF Ultiduo tournament here. 16 teams. We've had some great matches so far. Looks like this one is going to be another great one. Very talented Banny on Soldier, and Tidy, as we saw in the semifinals of the Sinful 6 Ultiduo tournament, definitely a very talented Soldier as well.
Mid-air shots. Skill here.
Yeah, without a doubt. Tidy hits a nice air shot.
Banny in a crater. Oh no! Gets the rockets, and down goes Banny and Stradivarius right off the top.
Wow, yeah, that was an awesome shot by Tidy. Definitely, against Banny, this is going to be a very tight game. But Tidy, really awesome long distance shot there.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz. I think this is one match a lot of people have been waiting to see. A lot of folks down goes Banny again, though. Tidy was coming out strong here so far.
Wow, that was another
to them too.
Yeah, another pretty insane shot there.
All right.
Yeah.
so that works.
Yeah, we're still in best of 3 format right now. We're not in the semifinals.
Down again. Banny rolled out, just kind of immediately tried to bomb the medic, and it didn't work out. So that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, Caboose about half health here, but it has the Uber charge, so it's not really much of a problem. As this bomb comes in, Tidy puts a stop to it. They're gonna hold on to this Uber charge. As Tidy gets the kill on Banny. And
is this really Banny so far?
I'm pretty sure that's the blue that Stradivarius is using here.
Kind of surprising here so far. How many times we've seen Banny go down? These are obviously skilled players, but we've got 2 invite players versus 2 IM players, and so far the IM guys pulling it off.
Yeah, Stradivarius. I don't agree with the regular needle gun. Pretty much any other gun would be better in my opinion. Tidy takes a lot of damage early here, but so does Banny, so things still pretty even. Point is going to get flipped here. Tidy jumps up, takes the Spire, doesn't hit the air shot, taken out by Banny. There you go.
Banny taking him down, and Caboose follows. So let's see if they can revert this. Takes a long time to revert this point.
Yeah, Stradivarius,
they're already holding on to it. They got in the first cap, so they still have the cap. I'm sorry.
Stradivarius also doesn't have Uber Saw right now, so perhaps he's just having some item issues. It's not actually a conscious decision.
And maybe Banny now fully warmed up here, just finding his legs a little bit in this match, holding advantage now and just sort of holding down this Spire right now. Knocked off, but still a nice rocket there and big kill on Tidy. Uber Saw's out, but that's nothing doing there.
Yeah.
So Banny holds on again. Probably going to want to get up above and fully reload it and reset. Stand down low, actually. Now he's going to get up.
This Uber charge definitely going to be a big help. Don't have to use it yet. Banny had a 100 health disadvantage, putting on good damage on Caboose, though.
Nice rocket there on Tidy.
And Strat just actually holds it and gets the bottle. Banny finishes Caboose off with the shotgun. And they should be able to flip this around pretty comfortably, so maybe take back control of this match so far.
Yeah, I mean, holding on to Uber now, fully reloaded, standing up there. Probably feeling pretty good. Nice rocket there again.
Wow.
It's gonna get Tidy again.
That was 4 straight rockets there, and those weren't really the easiest of shots either.
Pops up the med there and takes out Caboose.
Yeah, Caboose pretty isolated. Tidy's forced to wait here now for Caboose.
It's a nice job. Banny kind of holding back a little bit now, wondering...
Yeah, trying to get Strat that bottle that spawns there. Now it's finally up. That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, protect your medic for sure. It's an important part of this. It looks like you're going to get Tidy again as Uber's popped.
Yeah, holds that charge to 30%. Now runs over for the bottle, though. So back at around 100, 2/3.
Long life here, and Banny picking up the ammo. It's a bit of a trap. Some players, they have a long life, and they find themselves without rockets, but... Banny needs the bottle now, though, getting some good heals. In comes Tidy, though, and takes him out.
Strat with that bone saw. Maybe hit one. Couldn't quite get the kill, though. And Tidy's going to get arrowed up by Caboose.
They've got the cap already. I mean, we've got a pretty close round going on here next time.
Yeah, definitely.
The control point is being gathered.
Caboose and Tiny definitely could like to take some time off here. Caboose is going to have to go big against Banny. Has slightly more health in that regen, but needs to connect some rockets or some arrows.
Time.
Wow, good surf to get all the way back. Tidy is going to come back up. Caboose a little bit banged up, but does save 50% charge there.
Oh,
and then
we're
needs
going
a rocket.
down. So much for that. 0% charge as Banny going for some air shots here. Tidy holding down. I mean, yeah, he didn't have enough HP to really do anything, and the cap goes back to the team named after a Coheed album. Banny and Strat just wanted to make everyone aware in the game chat that their full team name was, I won't do it, it's a whole long name, but Team Apollo.
Team Apollo. I like it. I like it. I personally, I think of Apollo Creed, but I guess that's just how I was raised.
Nice kill there on Banny by Tidy, and picking out the medic as well. Cap
yeah, they're
going
gonna
back.
get the point flipped, and they're not really that far behind in the time here either.
It's been back and forth, probably more so than any match so far, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of smart play from the medics, kind of blocking and blocking caps a little bit as well here and there.
Yeah,
just sort of holding back right now.
Soldier's Tidy, very slight health advantage. Just lets Banny come to him and eats him alive.
Tidy turning on the aimbots there a little bit, takes out the medic as well. So real nice rockets and damage from Tidy.
Yeah, Caboose so low that he had to pop the Uber. Strat doing a good job to make sure to chase him to get that. Teddy hits one air shot. Needed some follow-up, though. Couldn't get it.
Yeah, gonna go down. And this cap now gonna go back to Banny and Strat. And yeah, still wondering about Stradivarius, if he's having issues with his loadout or that. We haven't really seen the Uber saw out, and not much aggression from the medics.
Yeah, Banny kind of cold-blooded. Realized he's cut Tidy off in spawn, and that Caboose is behind him. And then he just turned around and said, Tidy, you're going to stay there for a second. Locks him in spawn, and then kind of turns around to deal with Caboose, who ends up suiciding.
Kind of controlling the map a little bit. Kind of pretty smart by Banny there.
Definitely.
Haven't seen no aggressiveness really by the medics too much at all. Seen the crossbows here and there, but certainly nothing like the last match we had. Caboose goes down there again. Holding on to about 95%. Looks like Stradivarius gonna get it.
Yeah, Tidy forced to suicide. Banny's just like, whatever, dude. You can hide behind that post, but it's not gonna work out for you. Banny reloads on ammo, then retakes the Spire.
Another long life here by Banny, who takes, gonna take a big shot there. Lands on the nipple, luckily, so it doesn't fully crater, but...
Yeah. He took a pretty fair amount of damage there, for sure. Oh,
like
wow,
going
Tidy
in for,
gets Strat.
Tidy taken out, and out comes the crossbow. Misses Banny, though. Kind of ballsy plays here by Caboose, who just really wants Banny down, but maybe not the best decision. Now we got Tidy all alone, raining rockets out of the spawn door, and we've got less than a minute to go before Banny and Strat take this round.
Yeah, you couldn't blame him for wanting to stay in there and fight that. Banning good damage here. Better position. Able to just rain down on Tidy. Even things back up.
Oof,
and he does win the fight. Wow,
it's kind of interesting next time to see how different medics and different soldiers react in different situations in Ultiduo. If you're med on your own, what do you do? Do you back out? Do you go crazy? Same if you're a soldier. Everyone will always sort of play it a little differently.
Mm-hmm. A lot of personality that you can express in Ultiduo.
Yeah, I think so. So fighting over this Spire right now. Cap almost going to blue, but Uber's popped. Did they get the cap, though?
Yeah, they did.
You can't block a point when you're Ubered, and that's lucky for Tidy and Caboose.
It would have been nice if they could have got it, but they did pop it as soon as they did, and it was a little slow. But a quick retake here. It's no biggie.
Yeah, for sure.
And Banny picks up both the ammos and is doing comfortable.
With 10 seconds left, it is looking good for Banny and Stradivarius. We can't hand it to them just yet, though. Cap going on now.
Yeah, Tidy does have a big health advantage here, so Banny doesn't want to jump yet. It's kind of forced into it, though.
We're certainly going to hit overtime. Oh, we didn't hit overtime. Just in time there. 1 second left on the red clock.
And they get the frags, though, so Tidy is not going to be able to spawn in time whatsoever. And there we go. First round does go to Banny and Stradivarius. GR called out by Banny, and it was a good start by Tidy and Caboose, but not able to hold on to it in the long run.
Yeah, they held their own. I think that as we went along, though, we sort of saw Banny and Stradivarius, their skills sort of shine through a little bit more. But definitely holding their own are Tidy and Caboose, making this close so far.
Wow.
Nice rocket by Banny there.
Yeah, it was a really good one. Gets the shotty to finish off Tidy. And there we go, suicide.
So that's going to be first cap going Benny and Strat as they are both on it.
We have secured the control point.
Low rollout, we get the jump in from Tidy, who's getting a lot of damage, and he's going to go down. That's it for Tidy.
Yeah, Caboose is just going to suicide as well. So Strat and Banny start this round off with the point captured and a successful defense. Now they're going to have an uber charge as well.
Starting off pretty good. Starting off certainly better than the first round. Another nice rocket by Banny.
Wow,
just going straight for the medic there now, but Uber finally pops. It's a nice force, but here we are. There's no cap, and still counting it down. Team Red.
That was maybe kind of weird with Strat. He typed W. He might have accidentally like opened up his chat somehow or something, but popped the Uber in time, so that's good. He didn't really have a drop by mistake.
For sure, for sure. Cap going first way. Yeah, first one now for Tiny and Caboose. A little bit of an advantage on health.
Yeah, has the high ground as well. Able to rain down on Stradivarius. There we go. Takes him down. Banny replies by getting aggressive on Caboose.
A soldier we've seen.
Yeah. Our cameraman's heading back into the cast, so stay tight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be radio mode for a second here as we have Caboose faced off against Banny. Banny takes him down though. Strat's about to respawn as well, so Banny will be back up in full health, and the point going to flip over one more time.
Banny and Strat take this back. Radio mode, just like the old days, just like back in the 50s when we used to cast TF2. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Down goes Tidy there. Banny with a big shot, and Team Blue wipe again, and so still holding this point, Banny and Strat.
Yeah, Banny, good rockets there. He was going, I refer to it as the Tyrone shot, and I know that people appreciated that shout out. And that's, you wait for them to land, you know. Once they land, they can't really move as well, and you can see that. You can see where their strafing is most likely going to end. And he's hit a couple really crisp ones recently. That's another nice shot there.
Banny sort of on a tear here. Caboose just kind of running around, but not going to do much.
Yeah, and that's definitely an homage to Tyrone, and he was never really super flashy, but he got a lot of results, and that's one of the reasons. Tyrone shots aren't as flashy as air shots, but they're way more consistent.
I see people tagging up as Tyrone sometimes in homage, you know? People, another wipe here by Tidy and Caboose, and they're having hard luck so far in this match. This round, rather.
Yeah, Banny and Strat off to a nice start, minute advantage, and they have the uber charge. Huge jump around, but then, you know, shoots his load and gets juggled and taken out.
This has been sort of all red so far as Team Apollo sort of, and now just a super aggressive move by Banny coming right in, but they take damage here.
Yeah, they still have an uber charge, so it can work out. It's not really too much of a problem. They get separated.
Tidy just going straight for Strat, and it works.
Yeah, Strat was just trying to hold that way too long. I was really trying to take it the distance. Ends up getting arrowed down. Not the biggest of deals, though, to be honest.
It's a good play, but I mean, here we are. We've got Banny last man standing. That's going to meet up with Strat first.
Yeah.
You can't fault the soldier, though, for bombing in on the mat. I mean, you need that aggressiveness. You can't sit back.
Oh, yeah. More so about dropping it there was the issue, but it all worked out. They got the health chart, or health when it needed to be. Strat now very low, though, as Tidy is just peltering down rockets. Banny does get Strat,
but Banny going down himself.
Yeah.
So Tidy now finally pulls off cap. He's fully reloaded. He's close to full health up top. Needs his med, though.
Yeah. Tidy can't hit the air shot as Banny comes across him. Banny with a huge health advantage. Tidy less than 100. But Strat just comes in charging.
Took out the saw, but couldn't. Oh, Caboose cleans up.
Yeah, and they still control the point, too.
We got Uber Saw Wrecking Crew, and yeah, exactly. They do own the point.
Not going to be a problem to connect with Tidy. He's got the same health as Banny.
Caboose has 70, almost 80%. Wow. Uber now is facing off with, we got needles out from Strat.
Yeah,
and
forces the pop.
That's kind of a nice move there by Strat.
Blocks the capture here, but Banny's going to be coming in. Does reconnect with his medic. Tidy's got good heals, though, but Caboose's health is not so good. Strat took damage, too, though. Nice walk around from Banny. Caboose's arrow heal misses. Banny with a big jump up top. He's going to crater, but does get Caboose somehow.
It's the bone saw that Stradivarius is using, but he opts for needles instead, and that's it. Interesting seeing no crossbow from Stradivarius.
Yeah, definitely. We mentioned he's not using any unlocks and might be a loadout issue. But yeah, maybe it's just his decision. Tidy with one big rocket. Can't follow up though.
Nice
Banny, yeah, crushes him. Nice one.
We have secured the control point.
Cat back. I mean, it's still a close round. There's not a huge difference in time. It's, you know, 2:47 versus just under 2 minutes. Still anybody's game by all means. Only one round down so far, going to Banny and Stradivarius.
Banny and Stradivarius are on match point here in this best of 3 series.
But Tidy and Caboose going to cap this back by the looks of it, and sort of holding on to this height advantage a bit. Caboose with a slight, just about even actually. Strat taking a lot of damage. Tidy just going to take him out.
Yeah, that was an important kill. It's also Banny now under a lot of pressure.
Oh!
Wow.
So now Caboose, he's not going to take the pack, but they're just going to kind of reset.
Yeah,
Hold on to Uber.
His regen should just be fine here. That Uber is pretty huge, as there's just a 40-second advantage.
Big
Banny
jump.
with a
Here
big
comes
jump.
Banny. Nice
Caboose,
force. I mean,
yeah,
he knew he
had
had
to.
to. So, you know, this Uber's going to run out. Strat and Banny are going to get their respawns, and it's going to be sort of even Uber again and come into the DM a little bit.
Yeah, they accomplished what they needed to by getting that Uber pop. Banny jumping in now. Nice double. Followed up his first shot. Tidy extremely low.
Yeah,
Shotgun
Tidy real
down.
hurt. That's it for him.
Yeah, that was a big fight by Banny. A lot of confidence. He just came in and was like, I'm just gonna crush you.
High flyer. I like the jump off the pillar. That's a favorite move of mine, you know.
Yeah. Get air, come raining down.
It's kind of risk reward, but it worked out fine.
Yep.
Out comes
Banny
Uber
gets saw though by Caboose. Gets a couple saws. 87%. Banny very damaged. It's separated from Strat. Strat down to 20. Oh, but Banny with the kills.
Caboose just cutting dudes up. Look at this.
Yeah, he had 97. Did get a final Uber saw to just, you know, drop it as soon as he got killed.
Caboose
Strat's gonna have the
is
Uber charge here as well.
Gonna saw through your bones, and here we go at the middle. Getting a bit of cap time here. Point almost going. I mean, obviously we have Uber here now popped, and that's gonna be a block. Tidy's still above though.
Yeah, he gets taken out finally. It was good health for a while. Caboose suicided as well. So they decided, you know what, we just need to get our group together, get you fully healed. Caboose eats a little bit of a rocket as he comes out.
It's still anybody's game, X9. I mean, Tidy and Caboose are going to have 1 or 2 more cracks at this in order to pull it off. Trying to get some damage out, but it's just kind of shoddy, and Tidy's at 30 HP. That's the end of shoddy.
Yeah.
Or of Tidy, rather.
Caboose hits one, but Banny's just going to deal with that very comfortably. That's actually really big boost to their efforts here. Just need to count down the rest of this. One more exchange, and they have it. Banny doesn't hit the air shot. Tidy's trying to keep hope alive.
Nice
Takes a lot of
rockets,
damage.
though.
Yeah.
A
There
lot
we
of
go.
splash damage, and that might be it.
Pretty much. Caboose hit the arrow, or missed the arrow there, and just nice and easily cleaned up.
Chop in. Yeah, there's a nice arrow by Caboose, but it's looking like as soon as that point caps back, we are in overtime. It's still not won yet.
It does take a while for that cap to revert. They might just let him finish it just so that they can get the frag here.
But here we are with Uber, and, well, they get the cap back.
Yeah, Banny kind of backed up off that. I think he might have wanted to flip it over. It's just so much easier to cap it than to watch it drain down slowly.
And with 2 on point, if they get this cap, that's it.
Yeah.
That is it.
Well, there you go. GG, Banny and Stradivarius. Maybe our first match that wasn't a bit of a surprising result. I don't mean that in disrespect to Tidy and Caboose. There's certainly a talented, certainly a talented Ultiduo team. Put up a great fight, but Banny definitely one of North America's greatest players, regardless of what class he's in. We all know he loves to MGE Soldier, so he definitely put it on display, and he's going to continue to do so as we're going to move this tournament forward and into the semifinals and then the grand final. And those matches are going to be best of 5s. Looks like our next match that we have our information to is Goldfish and Mangachu versus Pretender and Air.
All right.
So I'm going to distribute that information to these fine gentlemen casting with me. But also I'm going to step out the door here as I got to head to work to the restaurant world.
The real job.
Yeah, go cook up some steaks and some scallops It'll be fun. I'll be thinking about TF2 the whole time too. Man,
Be dreaming about it tonight.
All right. Good luck. Have fun, everybody. Definitely. I enjoyed what I got to cast. I'm sure you guys will enjoy the rest of the game as well. Cheers.
You guys stick around for more.